Hi everyone, Michelle here. Before we get started today, let me paint you a picture. You have things to do, important things you want to do, things you need to do. You know exactly what needs to happen. You might even have a plan. You're sitting there, ready to start, and nothing. You're frozen, stuck. Your body won't move, your brain won't engage. You're just sitting there, sometimes for hours, unable to start, watching time pass, feeling worse and worse about yourself, but still not moving. Welcome to ADHD paralysis, also known as executive dysfunction, also known as why is my brain betraying me like this? It's not laziness. It's not lack of motivation. It's not that you don't care. It's your brain's executive function being completely offline. And it's one of the most frustrating experiences of having ADHD. So today we're talking about what ADHD paralysis actually is, why it happens, and most importantly, how to get unstuck when you're frozen. Let's dive in. Let's start with what this actually is, because people who don't have ADHD don't really understand it. ADHD paralysis is when your executive function completely shuts down. You want to do something, you know you should do it, but you physically cannot make yourself start. It's not procrastination. Procrastination is choosing to do something else instead. This is being unable to do anything. You're not scrolling on your phone having fun. You're sitting there frozen, feeling terrible, and still not moving. It's like your brain and body have disconnected. Your brain is screaming, do the thing, and your body is like, no. And there are different types of ADHD paralysis. There's task paralysis, where you can't start a specific task even though you know you have to. There's choice paralysis, where you have multiple things to do, but you can't choose which one to start, so you do nothing. There is mental paralysis, where your brain is moving too fast or too slow, and you can't process or organize thoughts enough to take action. And all of them suck. They do. All of them make you feel like a failure. All of them are not your fault though. This is executive dysfunction. It's a core symptom of ADHD. Your brain's ability to initiate action is impaired. And understanding that doesn't make it less frustrating, but it does mean you can stop blaming yourself and start finding strategies that actually help. What's going on in your brain when you're stuck? So reason number one is the task feels overwhelming. Your brain looks at the task and sees it as one giant impossible mountain, even if logically you know it's not that hard. Your executive function can't break it down into steps, so it just shuts down completely. Reason two is the stakes feel too high. If the task is important, if there are consequences for messing up, your brain panics. The fear of doing it wrong is so intense that your brain would rather do nothing than risk failure. So it freezes as a protective mechanism. Reason three is that you are understimulated. ADHD brains need a certain level of stimulation to function. If the task is boring or routine, your brain doesn't have enough dopamine to power the action. So it just doesn't. Your brain is like, nope, not interested, not moving. Reason number four could be that you're overstimulated. Too many things are competing for your attention. Too much noise, too much chaos. Your brain can't prioritize, so it shuts down entirely. Reason five, decision fatigue. If you've been making decisions all day, your executive function is exhausted. Starting a task requires decisions, where to start, how to do it, what to do first, and your brain has no decision-making capacity left, so it freezes. Reason six, the wall of awful. This is a term from ADHD expert Brendan Mahan. Apologies if I say that wrong. It's all the negative emotions and experiences associated with a task. Past failures, shame, anxiety, fear. They create a wall between you and the task, and your brain can't push through it. So you're stuck on one side of the wall, unable to move forward. Understanding why it happens helps, because then you know you're not broken. Your brain is just doing what ADHD brains do. So let's talk about what this actually feels like. Because if you experience this, I want you to know it's not just you. It happens to all of us. And it feels like being trapped in your own body. You're screaming at yourself internally. Just do it. Just start. This isn't hard. What's the problem? But your body won't cooperate. You're a prisoner in your own nervous system. And it feels like drowning in slow motion. Time is passing. Deadlines are approaching. You're watching it all happen. And still you can't move. The panic builds. The shame builds. And still nothing. It feels like your brain is full of static. You try to think about the task and your brain just fuzz, white noise, no coherent thoughts, just overwhelming blur. It feels like physical heaviness. Your body feels like it weighs 1,000 pounds. Moving feels impossible. Even the smallest action is like pushing a boulder uphill. And it feels like you're a failure. Everyone else can just do things. Why can't you? What's wrong with you? And then the shame spiral starts. And that makes the paralysis worse, which creates more shame. And there you go. It's a vicious cycle. All right, let's talk about how to get unstuck when you're paralyzed. These strategies work with your ADHD brain, not against it. So strategy 1. Make the first step absurdly small. Don't try to start the project. Try to open the document. Not clean the kitchen, just put one dish in the dishwasher. The first step needs to be so small that your brain can't say no. Once you start, momentum often carries you further. Strategy 2. Change your environment. Sometimes your brain is stuck in the place that you're in. So move. Go to a different room. Go to a coffee shop, go outside, sit on the floor instead of a chair. Physical change can reset your brain. Strategy 3, body doubling. Have someone else in the room with you while you work, or on a video call, or even just a working session live stream on YouTube. Other people's presence activates your brain. Strategy number 4, set a timer for 2 minutes. Tell yourself, I only have to do this for 2 minutes, then I can stop. And usually starting is the hard part. Once you're 2 minutes in, you'll keep going. But even if you don't, 2 minutes is better than nothing. Strategy number 5, do literally anything else first. Your brain is stuck on the task. So do something completely different for 5 minutes. Dance, do jumping jacks, watch a funny video, pet your dog. Give your brain a dopamine hit and then try the task again. Strategy 6, externalize the decision. Can't decide where to start? Roll a die, flip a coin, ask someone else. Remove the decision from your paralyzed executive function. Let something external decide for you. Strategy number 7, talk out loud. Literally narrate what you need to do. Okay, now I'm going to stand up. Now I'm going to walk to the kitchen. Now I'm opening the dishwasher. Verbalizing engages a different part of your brain and can break the paralysis. Strategy 8, lower the stakes. Remind yourself, this doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. Good enough is fine. Perfectionism intensifies paralysis. Permission to be mediocre can free you. Strategy number 9, use the just show up rule. Don't try to do the task. Just go where the task happens. Do you need to work out? Put on gym clothes. Often once you're dressed, you'll go. Do you need to write? Open the document. And often once it's open, you'll write. Strategy number 10, create artificial urgency. Tell someone that you'll send them something by a certain time. Schedule a meeting about it. Make it matter externally. ADHD brains work better under pressure. Create the pressure. Strategy number 11, stimulate your brain first. Have a snack. Have caffeine, listen to intense music, do something that wakes your brain up. Understimulation causes paralysis. So stimulate your brain and then try the task. Strategy number 12, break through the wall of awful. Acknowledge the emotions. I'm scared of messing this up. I feel shame about past failures. And sometimes naming the wall makes it smaller. Then take one tiny step through it. Strategy number 13, have a getting unstuck playlist. Songs that pump you up, that give you energy, that break your brain out of paralysis mode. Music activates the brain differently and can reset your state. All right, here's the bottom line. ADHD paralysis is real. It's frustrating, it's exhausting, and it's not your fault. Your executive function is offline. Your brain isn't cooperating. That's ADHD, not you being lazy. The strategies I gave you aren't about trying harder. They're about working with your brain's limitation. So make steps smaller, change your environment, use external structure, lower the stakes. Just start. Even if it's imperfect. If you're struggling with ADHD paralysis regularly and you need help building systems that actually work, that's what I do. I offer free clarity calls where we can talk about where you get stuck and figure out strategies specific to your brain. The link's in the description. Or head to my website at michellelincoaching.org. So thank you for watching. I hope this helped. Now go do that tiny first step. See you in the next one.